at Stromquist from Stromquist Company and Controltrends. We are here at Stromquist and Company, have a very, very special guest in the house. This is Laura Kevitt from Honeywell. Laura does national accounts for Honeywell Security. Hey, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with us, Laura.
Thanks for having me.
You bet, you bet. Well, you guys have been in town. You've been at the As Is show.
Yes.
And quite a booth you guys had there, which was pretty amazing. And you guys are we're watching the Roger Rebanek experience today as Roger is teaching people how to sell this stuff. So, needless to say, Honeywell sort of leading the forefront with access and security and integration package.
Right. We really right now today have the only real truly integrated solution that takes security to building automation systems. I mean, people that came through our booth, security and building facility managers alike, were really impressed with the solution we have.
Well, they were, and any Honeywell distributors out there know that a big part of the success of the Honeywell and Access Security is the technical support that this lady right here has provided over the years. As a matter of fact, the man, the myth, the legend, Ken Smyers, whose daughter is getting married this week, wanted me to be sure to tell you hello. And one of your big fans, is I think anybody else who's sort of in the know, really realize what a vital role that you play in making things happen. And that's kind of what we wanted to talk about today, Laura. I wanted to introduce you because you are up for the PID Award at the 2014 Controltrends Awards, as well as Best Technical Support. And it's pretty amazing because you're competing. We probably have 5 or 6 people up for Best Technical Support. You, Roger Rebanek, Stephen Haynes, and a bunch of other folks. So speak of you all a little bit. First of all, tell us a bit about you. How did you get started in the business? And
Kind of an odd start to the business. I got hired at Honeywell because I knew about data communications. And back in the old days, we used to communicate over phone lines to our monitoring center. So they hired me because I knew about modems and telecommunications. That's how I got my start.
Now, how did you happen to know about that? Where did you learn about that?
I worked at a modem factory. I did automation back then, but I automated assembly lines at a modem factory.
Oh, wow.
So it's, totally unrelated. You never know where you're going to land.
Yeah.
But it landed me at Honeywell, and I've been here for almost 30 years now, just loving it. Still love it. I've never had such a fun job with so much variety as I have at Honeywell. I guess as a service tech, I really knew how important good support was, because you're typically in uncomfortable places and uncomfortable situations, and waiting for support is, you just hear every tick of the clock.
Well, I think you do, and I think you have to be cool and calm under pressure, and you really have to care. And that's what I hear a lot about you and a lot of the folks at Honeywell, is you guys really, really do care about doing a great job. Talk about it, because before you took over national accounts, you actually formed the Honeywell Web Squad, and were responsible. Talk about the Web Squad and what that was all about.
Well, Web Squad, we wanted to take our support closer to our people rather than having an extra layer of phone support and hoops for people to jump to. So we wanted to get support to people quick as possible, accurate as possible, direct, friendly support. And part of what we changed when we started our Web Squad is that we changed kind of the paradigm of how we thought about support, rather than making our customer jump through hoops and ask, making them provide us with all sorts of extraneous information. We wanted to get right to them, get them the answers as fast as we could, as accurate as we could, and get them moving on, because we know time is money in this business.
Well, you did, and you set that up, and we just hear great things about the Web Squad, and so great job with that. And I think most of the people that are on the ballot for Best Technical Support either are or were part of that Web Squad. So. Right.
Well, and I'd like to talk about 2 of the Web Squad members we still have today, Jeff Lehman and Mike Himes. I was so fortunate to get those guys. We wouldn't have had our head above water with
and
those guys.
They're both on the ballot for Best Technical Support.
Fantastic.
As well as Stephen Haynes, a local guy.
And Stephen's wonderful. In fact, Stephen is the guy who built our display for the As Is show, and his artistry is unequaled as far as what I've seen. I hope you guys all get to see it.
Yeah, we actually got a video of that down at the show, and Steve is great. Steve actually started out, Laura, he was a customer of ours. He was one of our integrators before he went to Honeywell. And talk about another guy who just really, really cares and gets the job done and understands what's going on. So, man, how do you feel about that? You're competing with all these great people from Honeywell. So I think they should vote for Laura, though, because Laura was the one that set it up. And then, of course, you are up for the PID award as well. which is professionalism, and integrity, and dedication. And I think that pretty much sums you up. I mean, you seem to love what you do.
I do love what I do, and you know, being in this grouped in the same group as those other people, I just feel like I'm in such good company. I don't have any problem with being in that group.
Oh yeah, well, it's a great group, and of course there's Roger Rebenak. Roger, aka the most exciting man in the controls business, aka founder of the Roger Rebenak Experience in Indy, is in both these categories too. But you know what? Raj without Laura is just not Raj. I mean, they say behind every great superstar, there's a great superstar woman. And Laura is the one that does it. So.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I wouldn't if I didn't have Roger to buoy up, I wouldn't have anything to show for what I do either.
Well, I tell you what, he definitely goes out and gets stuff done. I know we were at a
does.
client the other day that was sort of on the bubble about doing Honeywell access and security, and Roger went down there and closed that deal. So he gets some stuff done, doesn't he?
He does get stuff done.
Yeah. So it's good stuff, Laura. And what your customers know, people that maybe have not had the experience of dealing with Honeywell, talk a bit about primarily your guys' philosophy regarding support, because you guys do such a fantastic job.
Well, you know, I guess for us, the first leg of our support is to make sure that you're trained and that you know the product before you even get out there. So what we've done is we've developed both sales training and technical training for our products to help you get a good start so that hopefully you really don't need us that much. But if you do need us, we're here. We answer our phones all times of the day and night, as I'm sure a lot of people can attest to.
Oh, you guys do.
And, you know, we're just here for you. That's who we are. That's what we are.
There you go. That's Laura Kevitt from Honeywell, nominated for the PID Award at the 2014 Controltrends Awards, as well as Best Technical Support, as well as, perhaps, the only person on the planet that can tell Roger Rebenak what to do. Laura, thanks a lot.
Thank you.